Joining me by phone is Meru Senator Linturi. Good morning, Senator. Welcome to the program. Now, the Member of Parliament in question there, that is Kisumu Central MP Fred Ouda, this is what he's proposing, that the office of the President and that of the Deputy viewed inseparable, and that they should both deemed to have served 2 5-year terms, making the DP ineligible to run for another term. I understand this is a motion that was shot down in Parliament yesterday. But first, what are you reading in this?
One thing that I must appreciate is that the gentleman is trying to use constitutional means to bring to light what he thinks that is right for this country. But what I would from the first instance want to say is that the CIGOT is then immediately after, because you realize that if from its history, from what I have heard, somebody who tries to strip naked to attract attention, the purpose of this constitutional amendment is try to get him attention, to get favors from his constituents because of the kind of a constituency that he serves, that is fanatical to the following of one former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. But what I would want to say is that if, for example, that is what is so required, you realize to bring those amendments or to make those changes, he must understand that the people have to be involved. Mm-hmm. And he must be in a position to understand that the Bill of Rights, Chapter 4, is so diverse, is so unlimited to the extent that the power or the right to run for any election comes under Chapter 4 and specifically Article 38 of the Constitution, mm-hmm. whereby you are allowed to run for any political office without restriction. And to make any changes to Article 38 of the Constitution of Kenya requires a referendum. So by only going to Parliament in itself, it's a wrong start, because you are trying to deny William Ruto or whoever it is that wants, or whoever it is that has been running as a running mate for a governor position in the country, is trying to curtail his right to run for political office. So that is the wrong start, because first of all, you must address this matter through a referendum, because that falls under
Linturi, Senator Linturi, well explained. There's a comment here that was made by the majority leader in the National Assembly, that is Aden Duale. Of course, he comes from your political party as well. And this is how he described the move by Ouda, describing it as a wild dream. Do you agree with that sentiment?
I may not be able, young men dream, old men tell tales. I have no history on background of Ouda, but what I would say is that if he intends to safeguard his position as a member for Kisumu, he'll probably try to play any kind of games to endear himself with the people of Kisumu, because the people of Kisumu are the kind of people that say when the Baba has seen it, it's indeed Baba. So when you are seen trying to defend the Baba, then you are the right guy for those people. I know, and yesterday I was discussing with one friend of mine, James Orengo, and was telling me that Ouda is one of the people that said that they want to be given an opportunity to hit on the majority leader in Parliament, so that the people of Kisumu can see him, that he's defending Baba. So that is not a guy that I would practically take with a lot of seriousness. He's just a comedian as far as I'm concerned, and he's not somebody who I think we should waste a lot of time trying to critically look what material is going through Parliament, because in the first place the approach is wrong. I must advise and tell you that the President and his deputy, or the governor and his deputy, these are, even if they are referred to as the executive, by virtue of Article 179, the governor and the deputy governor are required to be the CEOs of the county. The deputy president and the president, yes, are members of cabinet. But you realize that these people serve differently, because when you look at the Constitution and Article 143, the immunity provided to or given to the president for any criminal or civil proceedings that would obtained during his term of office do not extend to the deputy president.
Yes.
Meaning that these people are treated as separate. And for that matter, trying to imagine that since one is the running mate of the other or is the deputy of the other, that their terms as president is not right. Secondly, the powers that are shared constitutionally or powers, there are powers that the president, that the deputy do not have, especially the power to appoint cabinet even during that period that the president is incapacitated or during temporary incumbency. So for that reason, you cannot argue or bring a case to say that by the president deputy having served for 5 years as a deputy is deemed to have served as a president.
Yes,
me,
thank you, Senator Linturi. I think you've delivered your point of view there very clearly for our viewers. Many thanks for your input. That is Meru Senator Mithika Linturi.